Everyone, welcome back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with a match preview for Newcastle United's next upcoming game. How quick are these games coming around, by the way? It's FA Cup time. Newcastle United versus Bournemouth, the Eddie Howe derby, but it's at St James's Park, and we're going to see if we're going to get through to the next round of the FA Cup, which would be an interesting team selection, I think, for this game. I don't know who's going to play, but I'm going to do my best to muddle through a starting lineup. So if that's the kind of thing you guys like, smash subscribe down below. Help get us to the next milestone. We're closing in on 12,400. Thanks to you lovely people who smashed that button. So let's get stuck in then. Yeah, this game has never been a good one for us. Newcastle versus Bournemouth. We've always had a bit of a sticky record. And Eddie Howe's had a bit of a sticky record against his former employers. So it's a 3 o'clock kickoff at St James's Park, as we say, in the third round of the FA Cup. And it's a real weird one in terms of who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing. I'll tell you who's not going to be playing for Bournemouth. That is Semenyo, because he has now gone to Manchester City. So that's a big blow for Bournemouth, because he is their best player, no doubt about it. He scored the winner against Spurs in the last game, which was 3-2. And, he's been a brilliant player for them, but they are going to be missing him. There is no doubt about it. In terms of our injury news, before we get into the lineup, obviously Fabian Schär is missing after that really bad injury that he had against Leeds midweek. And we don't know what the severity is of that. I don't think he's had a break yet, is what the journalists are saying. There's not a break, but it could be a ligament issue. And I don't know how long that's going to keep him out for, unfortunately. So that is going to be a problem. Jamal Lascelles is missing because of his fitness. I think Jamal Lascelles is possibly heading to the Championship or lower, because I'm not sure he's a Premier League player anymore. I think the body is letting him down. He's 32 now. He's still in the squad. I still can't believe that he's in the squad. He's still the club captain. Is he not officially? I don't know. But yeah, I think Jamal Lascelles' time at Newcastle will be coming in very soon. Anthony Elanga's got a knee issue still, so he might not be involved. Dan Burns obviously still got that punctured lung. Willis Sula's got a bad ankle. Emil Kraft has got a dodgy knee. So, yeah, we are missing quite a lot of players with regards to that. With regards to players coming back, Kieran Trippier and Tino Livramento were back in the squad against Leeds. I don't think Tino starts this game. I think he'll get saved for City, but we'll get into the lineup in a second. But going into Bournemouth, obviously, they have lost Semenyo, which is massive. And they've also just lost Justin Kluivert, with serious knee injury as well, which is massive for them, because Kluivert's got a hat-trick against us at St James's Park. Remember, the son of old Paddy Kluivert. I think Paddy pulled more lasses in the big market than he did get goals for Newcastle. But Justin scored a hat-trick against us when Bournemouth battered us on one of the many occasions that they have. So he's missing. Ben Doak is missing with a thigh injury. Tyler Adams with a knee injury. Ryan Christie's with a knee as well. Will Dennis has got an ankle injury. They're all absent. So that could be a real issue for Bournemouth going forward. But this is how I think Newcastle United are going to line up in this game. I think they're going to line up with Aaron Ramsdale coming in and goal, raiding the changes with Kieran Trippier at right back. I've kept Botman and Chow in at centre-half because there is no other centre-halves with regards to that. In terms of the midfield, I've gone with Joe Willock, Jacob Ramsey. It's either going to be Tonali or Bruno Guimaraes. And with Tonali's wife having the baby, congratulations to the Tonalis. They had a baby just the day there. Maybe Tonali might be rested in this one, and it'll be Bruno that starts the game. Or maybe they'll have a half and half, potentially. But I think Lewis Miley will be rested in this game because he's played so much football in so many positions of late. So I think he'll be rested. And up front, I've gone for Jacob Murphy on the right, Nick Votamada through the middle, because I think Whistle will be rested for Man City. And then it is Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side, and Harvey Barnes will be rested also for Man City. So that's how I think we'll line up in that game. And that's a strong enough team to play against the Bournemouth team, which possibly could line up like this if the site I'm looking at here, which is Sportsmall, has anything to do with it. So Petrovic and goals, Smith, Diakate, Sensei, Truffet, Scott, Cook, Tavernier, Cooper, Brooks, and Evan Neeson, who scored a good goal the other day. He's a dangerous little player, him. So that could easily be a team that Newcastle United lineup could beat if they show up and if they play to the best of their ability. But we are really, really streaky against Bournemouth. I think the changes being rang in the team. There's so much football in front of Newcastle right now. It's really difficult for them to go at it full hammer and tongue as much as they want to do. The Leeds game would have took a lot out of the lads, and I think the large majority of that team against Leeds won't start in this game, as I've just showed in that lineup. But it's a chance for some fringe players to come in and show they can do something. But the kind of players you want to come into these games and do something are all missing. The likes of Anthony Elanga, the likes of Willis Sula, the likes of Jamal Lascelles, they're all injured, knackered, missing, and off form, and maybe getting sold. Who the fuck knows? But these these players are the players who should have been there for the squad depth to come in and plug holes and do the job. So the class lads, as the True Faith team call them, could play against Manchester City, but that's not going to be the case. There's going to be players here like Chow and Botman who are going to have to go again, and Botman's only just back from injury, I think Alex Murphy, filling in at left back for me, I think that's going to be a cert in this game. I think Alex Murphy comes in at left back and Lewis Hall gets the rest. I don't think that Lewis Hall or Tino Livramento plays. Sorry if I did say that Hall was playing before. I'm half asleep because it's 10 to 12. I'm recording, as well as trying to fit it in amongst all my other stuff as well. So apologies if I said Lewis Hall. I mean Alex Murphy will start this game. And I'd like to see Alex Murphy start this game because I think he's had some nice little cameos. He showed some decent stuff and he's played against a proper Premier League team here. So it might be a good thing for Alex Murphy to stake a claim and say, Eddie Howe, listen, hey, I can play left back for you against Bournemouth, no problem. But the fact that Semenyo's gone is probably a really good thing for young Alex Murphy if he is going to play at fullback in this game. But this is not going to be an easy fixture by any stretch of the imagination. And if I'm brutally honest with you, I don't think Newcastle can continue fighting on all these fronts with the squad that we've got without something giving. And I think if the FA Cup is what gives, then so be it. We're in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Beating Manchester City over 2 legs is a huge hill to climb, but we've done it before. We did it against Arsenal. We won the Carabao Cup, so we're capable of doing it. City are off form a little bit at the minute. They drew a Brighton the other day. City could be there for the taking. If we get a good result at St James's Park, take that down at the Etihad, and really dig in and do a proper defensive job on them like we've done before on Arsenal over them 2 legs, Newcastle could get to the Carabao Cup final. Absolutely. So the FA Cup is very much still in the case of a lucky draw. If you beat Bournemouth and go through the next round, you could get one of the bigger teams and be out the next round. So for me, I think Newcastle United probably do ring the changes here. Eddie Howe rings the changes, and it sounds daft. If we were to lose this game, I wouldn't be on ranting, shouting, and bawling like I would do in the Premier League. I'm not going to be like that if we lose this game. I want to win every game. I want to win every competition that Newcastle are playing in, but we're in the Cup semi-final. We're back to 6th in the league. We're through the next round of the Champions League, potentially, with a couple of good results as well this month. And the FA Cup may be the one that has to give. And I think it could possibly happen in this game because we have got a bit of an iffy result record against Bournemouth. But losing Semenyo and Clive, I think, is a huge blow for them. It takes out so much of their creativity and so much of their attacking threat. So I'm going to back the lads, even though it's a mixed bag and a mixture of players. I'm going to back the lads to win this game 2-1. I don't think we'll get a clean sheet in this game, but I think we're going to win this game 2-1 and get through to the next round of the FA Cup. And then all eyes turn Tuesday against Manchester City, where Newcastle United are in a massive game, and all of them players who have rested, hopefully, get into that game, bang at it, and ready to go against Pep Guardiola's boys. But first, it's Bournemouth. Iriola's team, good side, good manager, some good players still in the mix there. We have to get through them, beat them, get through the next round of the FA Cup, and hopefully we can do that. But let me know in the comments below what you think about that team. Do you think there'll be some more changes there? Do you think likes of Leo Shahar may come in potentially? I don't know. There could be some other players coming in there, maybe some young players. Maybe Joe White's back on loan. He might come in, even though I think he's crap, to be honest with you, and I still can't believe he's here. But you never know what's going to happen with this life. Eddie Howe might go totally mad and change the whole thing, and that'll probably tell you exactly what he thinks about the FA Cup tie if that's the case. But let me know what you think. Let me know about Bournemouth. Do you think losing Semenyo and Clive is a massive blow for them as well? Or do you think there's other players there that can step up and take that mantle and do the job for them? And are you worried about the result? Let me know if it's going to be a win or a defeat in the comments below. We'll be back with a live post-match reaction to the Bournemouth game on Saturday, no matter what the result is. Keep it evermore. Smash subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any videos. Hype the video. Do whatever you can to help this channel grow. Have a belter, and we'll see you later. Cheers.
Heroes celebrate. They have done it.